Good morning, Dixie Fire. I'm Jake Martin here, your lead read for the Dixie Fire West Zone. As usual, we're going to do our typical round the horn. We got a zoomed-in map of the northwest end of the fire. The colored area is the Lassen Volcanic Park. We're going to be talking about Priority Area 6 first. Within that, we got West Prospect, Badger Mountain. To make sense of the map and the colors, if the suppression lines are red, that means they're ready to repair. If we've started work on those suppression lines, they're yellow, and once they're completed, they're green. So daily, we're getting more and more green on this map, but they got a lot of work to do just northwest of Badger Mountain. Got a lot of crews working towards DP 303. Yesterday, they were able to find work in DP 303, DP 277, I believe DP 306. They're just trying to find where they can get a lot of good work done. Again, we got to consider the weather. We're out there doing suppression repair, right? But we don't want to be doing more damage as a result of trying to do suppression repair. So the crews are busy trying to find work locations where we're not going to be doing more damage than the repair work that we're completing. The Highway 89 logging cleanup is going to be starting more than likely Monday. We had a tactical pause there. Moving east, again, Butte Lake, that work has been completed. We got those excavators moving elsewhere. Moving further east, we got a lot of work to do out here. There's months worth of work, but there's not a lot of priority one areas of concern. So we are still working out here. We are slowly but surely getting more green on the map, but we decided to take some of that equipment to a more priority one location. Again, moving further east, we got Priority Area 5. Priority Area 5 is east of the Bogard Work Center or the Bogard Rest Stop. These operations are pretty much complete. The only reason why we still have yellow on those suppression lines is we are trying to do a chipping operation, but the weather kind of slowed that down a little bit yesterday. Hopefully we can get that going a little bit further today. South a little bit, we got the priority area number 4. That's the Silver Lake area. That work is completed with the exception of an operation. We got the equipment that we needed to get rid of the root wads. So we got an excavator, a couple of dump trucks, and they are moving really quickly out here. It sounds like they got all of the root wads that were currently waiting to be disposed. Now they're just kind of waiting on some hand crews to get back out there and cut more root wads off and continue those operations. So that operation is going real smooth. We'll move down to our other map. Okay, so again, you got Lake Almanor here. A lot of people are familiar with that geographic location. Lassen Volcanic Park, again, but this time we're on the south side of that. Let's talk about our hazard abatement operation, priority area number 12. This is along the A21 road. This is north of Westwood, north of Mason Station. That operation is going really well. In fact, the fellow bunchers and the falling modules have completed work. About 2 days ago, they've been cutting logs down here in our second priority area, Canyon Dam. So the fellow bunchers and the falling modules were able to get some work done yesterday. We had some mechanical issues with the skidders finishing up their work up there. But I hear 1 to 2 days, we think that whole operation will be moved down to the Canyon Dam. We've already identified a road where we did suppression activities alongside and adjacent to. So the resource advisors went out there. They scouted out the log landing locations, the skidding routes. We do not have any resource concerns in those locations, so we're already set up for success. In the next week or so when that Canyon Dam hazard abatement operation is completed, we're going to be moving up here on a county road. Let's talk about all these priority areas. So priority area 18 is your Morgan Summit. Priority area 8 is your Childs Meadow area. A lot of good work done there. Those operations are complete. They are moved down to priority area number 17. That's your Wilson Lake Road. Getting a lot of good work done. We have a lot of suppression activities that occurred that was trying to halt the northern advancement of the fire. So lots of roadside suppression repair work going on there. Priority area 7, we have completed the priority 1 suppression repair work in there. There's still some red on the map, but again, we're not trying to accomplish all the suppression repair within each box. We're trying to accomplish the priority 1 repair within each box. So some of the suppression lines will remain red. We'll get to those later in the spring and the summer. We're just trying to get as much work done as we can before winter closes us out. Priority area number 14, that's your Domingo Springs area. We're getting some specialized equipment to repair the extremely sensitive resources within that area. So that's great. We're getting more green on the map. I think we're still about a week out there. One thing I want to talk about in the park, Lassen Volcanic Park Superintendent Jim called me and he said, hey Jake, right up here on the southwest end of the park, right where you have the entrance to the park just north of the visitor center, there was a burnout operation that occurred. So as a result of that burnout operation, a lot of hazard trees resulted in a specific location where the public likes to do a lot of sledding in the winter months. So we decided that was a really important mission to go in there, cut down those hazard trees, and that work's completed. So we're really happy with that. Moving south, we got priority area number 9, that's Carter Meadows. Again, another specialized work location. We got some Type 4 excavators in there. They're able to be a little lighter on the land for the PCT repair. That's the Pacific Crest Trail. Pacific Crest Trail got impacted quite a bit in here. Other than that, there's a lot of meadow restoration work going on there in terms of suppression repair. They jokingly said, Jake, you know, you keep telling them it's weeks out, but guess what? We're probably months out here. So gainfully employed. But I talked earlier about moving equipment to a more serious priority 1 area, and that's here just south of Carter Meadows in the Buck Creek area. So again, we got 4 excavators moved out here. We're getting a lot of good work done. I think there's a lot of suppression lines in here. You can see the map is very busy. So the resource advisors and Joel have gone out there. They've identified the areas they want to work. They got a good plan, and that work is going to be starting today. Lastly, I guess we'll wrap up with priority area number 16. That's the Humbug Valley, owned and recently required by the Maidu Summit Consortium. The Maidu referred to this area as Tasmamkoyim prehistorically, and that work, again, there was a lot of sensitive area work in there, but we got that work completed, and we're really happy with that. And again, some of that equipment is also moved over to the Buck Creek area. I think that's a wrap for your plan for the day. Thank you, everybody. Stay safe out there, and stay warm, or at least try.